this edition of Market Watch. My name is Dennis Banjo Akinbogun, and I am a regular host on this program. Today, we'll be talking about the effect of this global pandemic, COVID-19, on stock market. And here with me today in the studio, we have an expert in the field in stock market. His name is Mr. Austin Okusagah. He's all the way from McKinney, Texas. Mr. Austin, it's good to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we must apologize for the little delay before we could air. This is actually our first segment. We'll be airing live on this show, on this edition of Market Watch. And we hope to say to our viewers at home that at the end of the day, you will have something tangible to hold from it. So, having said that, like I said, we'll be talking about the effect of this global pandemic, COVID-19, what the world have never seen for a very long time. I think the last time something like this happened was 1918 to 1920, the case of the Spanish flu, which claimed over more than 5 million people in the world, which is supposedly said to be like 40% of the world's population. So, Mr. Austin, this is a question to you. Do you think that investors, this is a big slap, like it's a big discouragement to them? Do you think like investors will be discouraged to how do you think the investors will react to this?
Thank you so much for having me again. Like you said earlier on, this is not the first time pandemic has happened. The major one happened in 1918 to 1920, which claimed close to 6 million lives. And we also have other pandemics also. Remember the malaria pandemic that happened.
Right.
We also have
the Lassa fever.
The Lassa fever.
That's
We
right.
have the HIV/AIDS also too.
That's right.
That was also pandemic. We even have the last one before this,
Right.
which
Ebola.
is the Ebola. Yeah. So like the market always reacts to every news, every situation that happens, because investors want to invest at the right place, at the right time, at the right environment. Sometimes you might wonder, why is it that whenever there are issues, maybe news or their shortcomings, the market always either react positively or negatively, because nobody wants to put his money where it's not secured. See, and this time around, this COVID-19 that's going on right now, I know it has really discouraged lots of investments, and investors are not willing to invest right now. But I must tell you that it is just a phase in life. This pandemic will definitely go, but nobody knows the recovery process, how long it will take for the economy and the economies of the world to recover from this pandemic. And we'll throw more light on that. Thank you.
So, having said that, I think that is a lot you've just said. It's quite loaded with a lot of information. And having said that, right now let's take American as an instance. You know, this is a very big hit on the American economy, which is invariably the world's economy. If America could be lamenting in such a way, I don't know what to say about developing countries, most of them in Africa or in Europe. So why do you think this is such a unpredictable hit to many economy in the world? Do you think this can be related to a lot of speculation going around that the government is actually trying to use this to control the world's population, or do you think there is any conspiracy theory attached to this?
Yeah, that's a good question. The thing is that America is the center of attention, and America controls the world economy. They dictate the world economy, because whatever happens in America affects the whole world.
That's right.
You know, because of its strength, its prowess, its presence, its power, its influence. You see, and it starts with America, and I won't invariably say it will end with America. You know, but it starts with America. So whenever American markets react, the whole world reacts. You understand? So that's why this time around we have to be very, very careful. We have to be very, very separate. I know we've had speculations about this pandemic. They want to use it to control the world's population.
Right.
It's just a hearsay. It has not really been proven or confirmed right now. See, and things happen. I remember. If you go through our history books very well, anytime there's a pandemic, they always relate it with an event. Maybe they're trying to control the world's population, or maybe it's the coming of the savior.
That's
or
right.
Different things will, of course,
We
always
emerge.
will emerge, exactly.
Right.
Different things will now crop up. You see, but one thing I will have to encourage our viewers is that don't let fear or uncertainty takes control of your emotions, of your spirits, of your heart. You understand? So follow the necessary guidelines which you've been told to do. What is it? Number one, social distancing. Like we are right now. At least we have a little bit of distance and everything, which is good.
That's right.
And also know where you go. Also have your sanitizer in your car. Have your face mask whenever you go to a public place. And avoid where you have many people. They especially social gathering right now, because it's been discouraged anyway. But wherever you go where you have 10, 15 or more people, you want to retract from there. You see. So I know right now many people, lives has been lost. You understand? So families has been in so much turmoil right now. There's been crying and wailing. People have lost their loved ones, which we understand. You see, nobody prays for stuff like this to happen. That's why it's very good for us to check on one another to make sure, hey, are you doing okay and everything? And also, I believe I don't want to deviate from this,
Right.
but I just want to maintain one thing again, is that now will be the best time for you to invest. If you know you have some money which you don't want to use for the next couple of years.
We actually still get to your
Exactly.
advice to investors.
Yes,
I think I have a more specific question for that.
Exactly, yeah. So once we get there, then maybe I'll throw more light on that. Thank you.
All right. So let's be more specific a little bit about stock. Like we said, this is tag market watch, and we want our people to be more acquainted with what actually is happening right there in the market, and what the figures. To a layman, they don't actually understand the figures. Today they might know that it's getting red. Tomorrow they might see that it's getting green. So do you actually think, like, let's say Dow Jones for an instance, which is an index, it's said to have lost like quite a lot of money, right? A lot of investors in Dow Jones have lost a lot of money, to the extent that people say, or the analysts say, that the last time Dow Jones has been so low like this was about 30 years ago.
Correct. Yeah.
So do you think, like, company like Dow Jones and some other corporation like maybe Schlumberger or like Halliburton, do you think, I'm talking about company that has actually moved for about $100 to like $10. Some have moved for about $50 to like $1, $2.
Exactly.
Do you think company like that will ever recover from this global disaster?
Yes, they can. That's why I say, right now, we can predict what's going to happen. See, and the way it is right now, many companies, the stock market right now is in total confusion, right? No, I mean, nobody wants to invest their money where they can't really predict the future. There's no certainty. You see, will they recover? Yes, of course. Like I said, if you look at the history of the world in relation to pandemics, you see, if you look at the Great Depression in the 1930s, you see, many companies like this, they lost, you know, they lost so much money. Investment went down the drain. But it took them time. It took almost like about 10 years. I'm not trying to scare you to, I mean, you say, oh, that means if I invest my money, it will take 10 years. No,
That's
that
right.
is 10. You see, because things has really changed.
Yeah,
Things has really evolved seriously.
Right.
You see. So, you know, for you to say, okay, you want to give a timeline when, because that's what the government is trying to do now. You see, they're trying to encourage people. That's why they are trying to make stores. They are trying to open the economy and everything, and they want to do it gradually. You understand? So, but I have my opinion on that. But it's not what we are talking about right now.
Right.
But the thing is that the government is trying to allay the fears of investors. They're trying to avoid that. They want us. I mean, thank God for the stimulus check.
So do you think the government is actually trying to downplay the impact? Do you think
No, they can't downplay the impact, because the thing is that it's already evident. The stock market it's I mean
That's right.
You can see right there.
Everywhere,
so
yeah.
It's everywhere. So what they're trying to do is that they are trying to pump more money into the economy. So the stimulus check you're giving is for you to use it to pump the money back into the economy. And once it does that, there's some of these companies that have lost, that their share price has really gone down drastically. They'll start picking up. You understand?
So why are you talking about government and the stimulus? I know this is only applicable to the residents in the United States of America. While we're talking about this, do you think that let's say, for instance, about 2 trillion was actually allocated as this stimulus package, and I think one thing that has been the major bone of contention for the Democrats in the House is a large portion of this money is actually going to the corporations instead of the people. What's your take on this? Do you think such money, I mean, like 2 trillion, it's not that's a large sum of money, and if it were to be distributed per head, I think most people would get about like 5,000 or thereabout. So do you think that was actually a right move to pump the money into the corporation other than the people actually having the money?
Remember that when they were debating on this stimulus package, they didn't want major corporations. Actually, they actually warned that even though they have to give some of these corporations, some of the money should not be allocated to the CEOs or to the MDs concerning their bonuses and stuff like that. No, you understand? So the major thing is that they're trying to, so that people will have. See, many people lost their job every week. The amount of people that apply for unemployment is staggering.
It's millions now.
You understand?
Every week,
we don't even talk about thousands again. Now we talk about millions now.
That's right. Every week.
Now the unemployment rate now, we are still waiting for the actual figure of the unemployment rate now. I know it will be mind blowing.
Yep.
You understand? So that's why my heart goes to those that has lost their job, and those that have received pay cuts, serious pay cuts. Yes, right. Some of them are done. You understand? So. And some of them they don't even know what tomorrow holds for them, even though they send out the stimulus check to them and everything. But by the time you look at your household expense for the month, will the $1,200 be enough? You understand? So, and also those that even those that even fight for unemployment right now, they've not even received their unemployment money right now. I mean, it's still on hold.
Some of them.
So back to your question, saying that is it right for the corporations, giving them money and everything,
to have had the bigger share of the money?
The thing is that's why the government proposed something about salary. You see, encourage corporations to keep. I mean, they should not lay off. They should encourage them in what? Paying their workers. You understand? So the idea of working from home also is good. Some of us that's privileged to work from home, that still have our jobs and everything, you know, thank God. I mean, things has become easier now. You can see the transition of it working from home. You understand? So even though it's still a lot, you know, but that office environment, and I know after this now, corporations will have a rethink of to know if they can cut costs based on what is going on, because even this COVID also has really opened the eyes of so many establishments.
That's right.
Moving forward on that, and I will encourage that whatever corporations that benefits from this package, they should use it wisely. This is not for the time for CEOs or the MDs or the board of directors to use it as their bonus package or whatsoever it is. No, the government gave this stimulus package to boost their corporation, to boost their production, to boost their efficiency, so that the people working for them can also benefit from it. You understand? So, and like I said, this will really boost the economy, not in the long run, but I believe in a very short time, because nobody wants to stay at home for months or for years. You understand? So I believe there's something going on right now that I believe that it will really help the whole nation. But the thing is that it's just patience. That's what I believe. It's just patience.
Anyway, thanks for throwing more insight, your perspective towards that. I have this question, Mr. Okusagah, and I have to say this, that we are not actually advocating or representing any stock firm or any stock market.
No.
Everything we are saying here is independent and it's based entirely on our own perception.
Exactly.
So I have to say this. What do you think it's I mean, this is actually to our investors or to the investors in the United States and all over the world. What do you think are the appropriate, so to speak, or the right type of stock to buy? Right? Actually, do you think that the investors or people that are just coming for the first time, do you think they should patronize the stock that has actually like got into their flat rate, or do you think they have to do some research? Do you think there is, how would I put it for layman, do you think it's actually advisable, so to speak, for...
Yeah, see, the thing is that stock, it's like gamble.
Okay.
Stock is like you going to a casino. You don't know, you might try blackjack, you might try the cards, the dice, other things. You don't know what, I mean, I don't like to use the word luck, but stock is all about luck. It depends on how it is.
All right.
You see, the thing is that whenever you want to invest or you want to go into stock, and you, first of all, you want to look at we have different sectors of the economy. We have the energy sector, we have the gas sector, we have the oil sector,
right.
We have the
we have agriculture, we have
agriculture, we have
medical,
medical. Yeah, so we have different sectors of the economy, and also whenever you have to make your research first. First of all, you are the technology sector right now,
right,
which is really, really booming. You see, you have to, whenever you want to buy stock, make a research. Don't say because this maybe the bank sector is doing good right now.
Right.
Look at the bank. Let me take an example now, like Chase Bank now.
Right.
Look at the history. The for the past 3 years, the past 5 years, the past 6 years, what has been their profit margin? What has been their dividend rate? What has been their loss rate? What has been their production rate? Listen, so what is their reputation? Listen, so you look that, then you look at reviews. What are the reviews concerning these companies that you want to go into? You have to make your research very well, because like I said, you want to put your money where your mouth is. So you have to make this thorough research about this company. Why is that some people, whenever they go into, maybe they invest, and then they lose the whole thing? No.
So much.
You see, you have to give time. Time matters also in stock. You have to follow the trend every day.
So based on your personal perception,
You can.
like in reaction to this COVID-19, this global disaster, what stock or what line would you advise investors to patronize?
To be honest with you, I might not really want to advise you on. Like I said, you have to make your research first. The tech sector is very good, no doubt. Like Amazon, like Facebook.
So why you talk about Amazon? Like Amazon right now, Amazon is making a profit that they've never made for the past 2 years.
Exactly.
Netflix is breaking 2 years record in terms of profit.
Exactly.
Do you think like this company or this stock will still go up, or do you think it will recline?
You might want to ask yourself, why are these companies making so much money now, where many stock they are falling to their lowest minimum?
Right.
And this was why? Because everybody, most people are home now. They order things, they want it delivered to their home. There's movement restriction. That means restriction of movement. You understand? So Amazon is timely. I'm not trying to promote Amazon or whatsoever.
Right.
There are also eBay, there are other things like that too. And there are other Korean companies too that's also involved in that. But I'm saying that everybody orders things online. They want it delivered to their home. And all these companies, they do that. You understand? So you talk about Netflix. People are home. They want to watch movie. See, they take that advantage. Many people that goes like me, I don't remember the last time I even sit down and watch Netflix or watch this. Even though I have them, I only watch it during the weekend. But now I watch it almost every day. Now I'm not glued. You see, there's no sporting program now again. There's no live sporting program again.
Right.
All this is gone. There's no more social gathering again, where it will take you out from your home to somewhere else. Now, what do? You look at your wife if you're married. You look at your kids if you have kids. You look at those around you and everything. Sometimes it's just if you're single, it's just you and maybe one or two people. Once in a while, that's it. So you don't have any choice than watch movie or watch any program and stuff like that. And guess what? And this like Netflix and co, they are not introducing new movies now.
Right.
Some of these movies that that have gone to the cinema now, Netflix is not buying now. Only God knows at what rate. Now there's more subscription now of Netflix than ever before. You see, so and their stock has really gone up again now. You see, so that is how it is. Even some of the tech companies too, they're also making money too, right now. You see, but the worst hit are the retailers. So like all of these some of these small businesses and co, they are the worst hit.
That's right.
Because they don't have the financial strength or power to continue. You see, those are the worst hit right now.
Yeah. So thanks so much. Once again, I can't overestimate the importance of your perspective on that. So this is gonna be the last question because of our time on this segment. What's your final advice to the investors out there? Do you think there is hope, or do you think it's still gonna get worse before it begins to get better? What do you have to say to them?
I believe that once there's life, there's hope.
That's right.
Whenever there's life, there's hope. See, we are fighters. This will not be the last pandemic, which is the truth. I'm not trying to send any shivers or fears to anybody. No, listen. So, and there's always light at the end of each tunnel.
That's right.
The world has gone through a lot over the past couple of decades.
This is not the first. This is not going to be the last.
This is the last, exactly. So we have to brace ourselves up. Like I said, this is the best time for you to invest. If you really want to invest, all those stocks that are falling from $100 to $10, definitely they will rise again. Definitely the economy will pick up again. Definitely things will come back to normal. You understand? So what I'm going to advise you is that watch out for those companies. Invest. Make your research. Make your findings. Ask questions. Ask experts. Go through your daily stock papers and information. Watch their trend very well. It doesn't hurt. $100, $20 there, $20 there, which you don't want to use. You put it there. Let it rest there. Stock that has fallen from $100 to $10, one day will rise to $50. and you will know how much you will make. Let's say you invest $1,000, and the stock rose from $10 to $50. Do you know how much you make? You understand? So my perspective is that don't let fear, what is going on right now, don't let COVID-19 discourage you from investing. No, go ahead and invest, but be wise about it. Like I said, make your thorough research, and definitely will bounce back even greater, better than ever before.
Thank you so much, Mr. Austin. And to our viewers at home, well, we'll be rounding up on this segment of the show. We have to thank you for staying tuned, and you've heard the most important thing from our guest on this show today, Mr. Austin. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. All you have to do is just do the right thing, just do what you have to do, but most importantly, make sure you do your research so that you don't fall in the same hole 2 times. You know, a lot has happened over the past few weeks, and a lot will still happen. You know, like in some countries in Africa where it's just like coming up, like Nigeria, for instance. You know, where their daily record now is like going up, and even in the state, it's not getting an ease yet. So before this will be over, it will still get worse, probably a little bit more. But this is to you people. Just do what you have to do. Just keep your head high, and just be hopeful. And you know, this will be over us in no time. So, like I said again, Mr. Austin, it's good to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much.
And some other time we will be inviting you again.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You have a good day.
Bye, and stay tuned.